Hey everybody, how you guys doing? All right, so it's January 17th, and what happened? We had a mixed picture today when the majors bonds are rising, 10-year over 4%. Energy is rising, and in London, their energy is has seen shares fall, and then investors are bracing for the Fed speech, and the central bank may cut, but the policy doesn't have to be rushed, says Waller, one of the governors. All right, it's still data dependent. All right, now the inverted yield is working itself out. Just takes time. Markets have rates priced in already, while inflation is actually ticking up. All right, because it's not even close to 2%. And the pillow talk had that misconception, which is on the shoulders of market strength. Right, which is still slated to slow down. All right, segments in the market still haven't been hit by the Fed lag. All right, it is, and has not felt. All right, and then double digit earnings are still there. All right, at 11%. All right, high estimates. You know, will say that those big price stocks will feel the pain, and then people will start broadening out. All right, and that happens. Chinese stocks are sinking lower than they did in 5 years. Not as good as it sounds, but it's a lackluster outlook. Home prices in China fell. Retail sales miss. Youth employment has sunk. Except for those doing part-time jobs. All right, and the birth rate's low and the death rate doubled. All right, it happens. But and a stronger U.S. dollar is it's actually um, having a big effect on imports and exports, and international shipping. Investors they've been brushing off the tear in the Red Sea, because of the movement in crude oil. Vessels aren't reaching their locations in time, but still, since the prices aren't that high, they're not fretting. Alcohol and tobacco are the biggest drivers of inflation so far, right? And technology, is just looking to rise 11%. And the biggest risk is lower revenue. Weaker demand, lower prices. It could be a massive tailwind eh, for those that are in other economies, all right, and a headwind for those in tech. The options market is extremely bullish. All right, and private sector investors in the Ukraine war are helping and cracking down on fentanyl makers in China, and the WTO was down this year. Jamie Dimon has most of the U.S. The most use case of Bitcoin is money laundering. Right? Anything with cash flow is really making a statement. All right. Now, sustainable infrastructure in the EV markets, like that's still up for debate. JetBlue and Spirit Airline shares they fall back on the news of Boeing, right? And there's a lot of antitrust fights ahead, and the real estate LLC crackdown on money laundering for New York City residents, and the COVID timeline is in question. That emerged, and the governor in California is planning to veto a sports bill that wants to ban tackle football for the youth under 12 years old. Like what does that mean for me and my business? You know, um, we don't get paid to advertise, but jobs are advertised. Self-employment opportunities are advertised. Investing options are advertised. Business systems ownership are advertised. But which one will have you making more money and have more time? This is your money and this is your time. All right. You want the business system so you can use exponential growth in the investor trade market. All right. You let the manufacturer invest in products. They invest in those products. And all you do, you invest in connecting with your customers. You become the middleman, the independent contractor, the IBO. You get a 10% markdown if you want to buy. You get a 10% markup if you want to sell. All right. You go platinum. You have 6 platinums. You go diamond. And let me know if you want to go diamond because there's a story behind it.